Hello, Miss May May. Here's a song to start. Steve Miller. What a guy. What a guy. For real. Where do I even want to start? The link is pinned. Feel free to take it. Welcome to my channel. This is Remain Calm, RC, Mary. Okay. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Hey, the mouse. How are you? How are you? Oh my gosh. I can't with myself today. Okay. So I'm going to drop this link because I like this person. I love clip channels. I do love clip channels. But one thing I noticed, hey Mags, how are you? I hope you're doing good. I really do. I had fun last night. Thanks everybody who came over for some laughs. It was fun. I enjoy having fun. I do. Sometimes things gets a little cray-cray. It does, I must say. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, this is actually a joke. It is. Hold on. I gotta make sure I set it up correctly. Hold on. Hold on. This I can't help it. I can't help myself. Y'all know I'm weird. I like funny shit. Okay, so you guys can help me out here. What is this? No, I just started, Sage. I just started. Okay, what do you call this? What do you call this?
I'm gonna take you again. Get on your back.
Turn over.
Get on your back. I'm gonna take you again.
Turn over.
Get on your back. Okay, I'm on my back. I'm on my back, sir.
What do you call that? Anyone? Anyone? What do you call that? I'm gonna let you guys guess. Come on, y'all. What do you call that? No, Mags. That's a good guess, though. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Yes, darling. I got your email, May May. I did. That is very sweet and very much appreciated. Hey, Princess Felony. Shaka Khan. You have to admit, that's a good one. That is a good one. Give me credit. Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan. For sure. I kind of enjoyed that. There is a Kyle Busch passed away, you guys. There's Amy's. Girl, don't tell me you like brownies, okay? I don't need to hear it. You call it a mess. Funny. Would you like for me to read your email, May? I'll leave that up to you, okay? But if you would like for me to read it, I will. I will do that, ma'am. And I think that what you said was what a lot of people believe, okay? For sure. For sure. I got to thinking about something today. It was really freaking weird. Like when I was really, really young, I remember getting my mouth washed out with soap. Can you guys guess what word I said to get my mouth washed out with soap? I don't know why I thought about that. It was really weird. Really weird. I'm fine. You think, I think I know what you said. Is that like, I know what you did last summer? You think you know what I said? I don't know if I'd want that in my brain or not. I'm confused. Confusion sets in. For real. For real. For reals, for reals. Hey. I don't mind, but when Flies and Poppy are here too. I don't know if that will happen. Did you show my favorite tea bag commercial? The Shaka Khan? The Shaka Khan? My mom did that to me once, found out that I wasn't the one who said the word. She never did it to me again. That's the only time I ever remember. And I was really, really young. I was really young then. You know, that was kind of before my life fell to shit. Okay? I'm just saying. For sure. Yes, Kyle Busch, two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, passed away at 41 after a severe illness. Very sad. Very, very sad. That is young, y'all. Yes, May. All you got, just put in the first letter. Just the first letter will suffice. Or dress it up, okay? For sure. So I guess he had been ill. It's just so sad. Here, I'll share it with you guys. Rest in peace, Kyle Busch.
Driver Kyle Busch, 41 years old, has died suddenly today after what his family described as severe illness. One of the greatest racers of all time, a record 234 National Series wins. Busch had earlier dropped out of all activity this weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway, including the crown jewel, the Coca-Cola 600. His family later confirming that he was hospitalized instead. And now this terrible news. He is survived by a wife and 2 children, and we all have so many questions tonight. CBS News correspondent Tom Hansen joins me now. He's been looking into it. Tom, good evening.
Good evening to you, Tony. Well, this is a devastating loss for the entire NASCAR community. Kyle Busch was an absolute legend in the sport, and here is what we know so far. Busch was a two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion and died today at the age of 41. The Busch family said earlier Kyle had experienced a severe illness resulting in hospitalization and was undergoing treatment. He last raced on May 17th, 2 days after coming off another win in Dover, Delaware. He was born in Las Vegas, and his career spanned more than 2 decades. Many people calling Busch a champion among champions. Now, just a short time ago, a joint statement was released from the Busch family, Richard Childress Racing, and all of NASCAR saying we are devastated to announce the sudden and tragic passing of Kyle Busch. They went on to say a future Hall of Famer. Kyle was a rare talent, one who comes along once in a generation. He was fierce, he was passionate, he was immensely skilled, and he cared deeply about the sport and fans. They also added his sharp wit and competitive spirit sparked a deep emotional connection with race fans of every age, creating the proud and loyal Rowdy Nation. And after one of his recent races, Busch reportedly said this: "You never know when the last one is going to be, so cherish them all. Trust me." Now, the details surrounding Busch's death remain unclear, but we do know that he is survived by his wife and 2 kids, as you said, Tony.
Oh, rest in peace. Rest in peace, sir. Great Bibble's plane crash started off a lot of heartbreaking NASCAR deaths. Yes, isn't that sad? That is so sad. Well, being from Indiana, that was a big thing for us. Let me pull our Eagles up. Let me remind people, pigeons do not fly with eagles, okay? That is self-explanatory right there. Pigeons do not soar with eagles. Y'all know what I mean. Let's see if we can see the eagle babies. Eagle babies. Come on, eagle babies. Oh, there's our eagle babies. Bada bing, bada boom. I will drop the link to the eagle babies, okay? Damn, come on, RC. Come on, lady. Yes, I know my camera. My camera's kind of weird. It kind of does. My camera's got a mind of its own. It sure does. Quiet. Being from Indiana, we were raised on racing from the time I could never remember a time in my life that racing wasn't a big deal. Okay. Hoosiers and racing go hand in hand. Yes, horrible. Horrible. For sure. I am up for any topic. Throw it in my chat. The link is pinned if you want to come up here. For sure. One thing, they had a big human trafficking bust in Ohio, for sure. Yeah, I'm open. Any topic. Ooh, your son's a pilot? Oh. All right. Who amongst us has become a member of the Mile High Club? My hand is up. I can say, been there, done that. I say that proudly too, okay? Becoming a member of the Mile High Club is a very, very distinguishing club, I must say. Okay, May. I'm going to read your email, darling. All right. May sent me an email, you guys. And I am going to read it. Heck yeah, Karen. I thought there was only 2, Moonflower. I know with the owls we had 3 babies. Remember? I know with the owls we had 3 babies. I thought there was only 2 eagle babies. Oh, they ain't even in there. Mama took them and booked. Oh my gosh. Y'all. One of my baby kittens wasn't out there. I need to buy some of that stuff that you put on. I need to buy some stuff for my deck that, like they do with lawn chairs, whatever that stuff's called. I think last year there was 3. Yeah, possibly. I know that we had 3 baby owls. For sure. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. Look at those babies. What the heck is that? Ew, I didn't know they looked like that. I didn't. Oh, they're so fugly. They're cute. They are so fugly. They're cute. Just like me. I'm fugly too. Lattice, thank you, flies. My mind, you know. I don't claim to be. Okay. I'm not going to go there. I am not going to make up a song about myself. I should, though. I should make up a song about myself. Come on, hang out at RC's. Bitch has a resting bitch voice, but it's okay. We're gonna hang today. If you're blue and you know it, come on over and show it. RC will make your day. How about that? How about that, bitches? Can you guys tell I feel better? I am really starting to feel better. I am. Knock on wood. Knock on the wood. I do need to get my freaking hair cut. This shit is so long, it's driving me cuckoo. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. For sure. Well, I have, let me, hey, flies. Flies. Guess what? When we pass away, now I'm not wishing it on us, okay? But when we pass away, we are going to be ghost friends. We are going to be ghost friends, and we're going to go around and scare people. Don't mess with us. We will keep you on our 100-year plan. Could you imagine that? 100 years from now, I'd be ghosting out on somebody's ancestor. And they're like, uncle, brother, cousin, why did you mess with that lady? Now she's coming for me. Uncle, brother, cousin. You do? You know the first person you want to haunt? Can you share? Can you share? Share with us. I want to know. I do. Let's get back to our eagle babies. Are they pigeons? Would you consider them a pigeon? You know, pigeons don't soar with the eagles. Throw peas at them in the dark. That is funny. Oh, you cut your own hair, May? Girl, there ain't nothing wrong with that. I shake too bad. I shake too bad. For real. I do. Damn, I still got my thinking emoji up. I still got my thunking emoji up. Let me take that off of there. Oh, no, there's another one. Oh, okay. I downloaded it a couple times. There we go. All right, get off of there now. Get off of there, thunking emoji. Uh-oh. There, that one was flies. Flies on the coastline. Don't want to give them a heads up. Yes, you know, that reminds me only because you said peas. I've talked about this before. Sitting out by the campfire and, you know, you're enjoying yourself. Everybody's hanging out, telling stories. And someone throws a can of corn or peas into the fire. Hey, I don't care what anybody says. When you are hit with a pea at 100 miles an hour, it kind of hurts. I'm just saying. Honoring in my youth. You used a pea. What? A pea. I guess a pea would work. If you're going to pierce your nose. Did I ever tell you guys one time that I inhaled through my nostril a piece of candy corn? I think I told you guys about it. You know, this is totally my opinion, okay? I'm very opinionated. Well, you know, where I lived when I was younger, right? We had like a field, and then there was this building where Satan lived. I shouldn't say that. Don't come after me, Jehovah Witness. Don't need you knocking on the door. I don't. But anywho, so I was hanging out, sitting on the, JW porch. and I had some candy corn. And I was little. Well, I shouldn't say that because I'm not a big person. I am not a big person. So anyhow, way back in the day when I was just a little old whippersnapper, right? So I was like, I couldn't eat this with my eyes closed. And don't ask me how I did it. But yes, shit went right up my nose. Had to go get it taken out. Anyone can throw a silk can into a fire. That's right, May. That is right. And it doesn't even have to be a vegetable. Hey, Jaden. I got an emergency call telling me she took my boy to the hospital. He had a piece of foam stuck in his nose. Dang. Yeah. Hey, kids, you got to watch them. They'll either put something up their nose or in their ear. They will put shit in their ear too. You could have been like my daddy, and when they came up, say, I'm a holy roller. Let me get my snakes so you can meet them. That is funny. Well, I probably told this story too. So, one day they come knocking at my door, and me being me, y'all know I'm really a nice person, whether you think so or not. I gave them a quarter, and they gave me a pamphlet. And I shut the door, and I turned around, and here come my dad. He opened the door. He was like, you give her her quarter back. I mean, he started going off. He did. But then again, Daddy knew. Daddy knew all about the Jehovah's Witness people. I've talked about it before. I certainly have. Oh, my goodness. May, I am going to read your email. I'm just waiting a few minutes because, we're kind of laughing and stuff right now. And I want to do it very seriously for you, okay? So that's why I haven't done it yet. Wax crown in his ear. I don't remember ever sticking anything in my ear at all. I don't. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me see what I got for y'all. Hold on. Most of my watch later it's all Summer Well stuff. I thought about getting me a shirt that says, shit I don't have time for. This shit, your shit, their shit, half of this shit, any of this shit, anything that doesn't have shit to do with me. I kind of like that saying. You got to give it to them, though. They are brave to knock on strangers' door. Mine finally took the hint, left me alone after sending me cards in the mail and sitting and singing. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that, Flies. Why are you putting a 1 in my chat, Twister? Are you at the wrong place? What? Why are you putting a 1 in my chat? I think you're in the wrong chat. Are you watching 2 channels at once? I'm just asking. You know you love it when I say your name. You do. You're like, pick me, teacher. Pick me today, teacher. Right? Don't say remain calm's a bitch to you. Because if you really thought that, you wouldn't be coming back over here. You love me. You know you do. You love the RC. Oh, does Twister have you blocked, Jaded? Twister, unblock Jaded. She can't see you. She can't see ya, mister. Mister. For sure. I'm just saying. I am saying. Hello, Sussian. Well, Jaden, you really don't see Twister because he's a twister. He's twisting so fast, you can't see him. It's like he's an invisible twister, right? Oh, he removed it and didn't say anything else? Oh. Damn, Twister, I was actually being nice to you. Usually I'm meaner to you, right? For sure. Last time they came to my door, I said, I'm off to give blood. Sorry. May. For sure. Hey, you know, you could just say something like, hey, I already know I'm going to hell, and sat and knocked on the door before you did. You know, who wants to live a life without birthdays and Christmas? Not me. He's like a storm. Yeah, Sassy Ann. Twister is a storm that just passed right on over us. I mean, I can give you my opinion on you, Twister. I really can. But if I did, then you would think that I was being mean to you. Okay? You would. I have a live somewhere where you came up as a guest. I wasn't mean to you then. May, he twisted his way right on out of here. For real. For real. You know, I really don't get upset when people give their opinion about me. I don't care. I really don't. Everybody's got opinions. They're like assholes, right? Everybody's got one. Some people just tend to show their ass a little bit more than others. And some people, you know, they're not built like us. Like we have a mouth that we breathe in and out of and we drink from and stuff like that. You know, some people have, I mean, could you call it a disability? I hate to call it a disability because, you know, I'm sure these bitches will be hitting up their state. They're like, I have a disability. My asshole and my mouth are mixed up. You know, it's called talking out your ass disease. Oh, May, please don't let me tell you my opinion on Twister. All the assing in the room. That's funny. That is funny. Oh, hold on, you guys. Hollow Moto's calling me. What?
I'm calling you to let you know that home rented insurance rates have gone down. So if it could save you up to 30%, you might be think about
24
it.
cents?
Think about it.
You can save me 24 cents? Oh, she hung up. Damn, she didn't like me. Yep, Holo Moto called me. Oh, Raylan. Hello, Raylan. Your Aunt Connie called you? Oh, we love your Aunt Connie. We do. You are over 18, right, Raylan? Da-da, da-da, da-da. Yes. KK, I was thinking about you today. For real. And I'll tell you why if you want me to. It's kind of funny. You know, I guess someone inquired if I would, the link's pinned. Crystal, I was going to text you back, girl, but I'm live. She just butthole talk and came over. Oh, I get it. I get it. So, okay, I think KK's going to take the link. And girl, you ain't got to brush your hair or nothing, okay? You ain't got to do that. I think you're beautiful. Damn, there's Auntie M. Hello, KK.
Hi, woman.
Okay, so listen to this.
I'm listening.
Someone I heard, and I ain't saying her name, I don't like the girl, inquired on if I liked girls or not. And, you know, it made me remember when I think it was a message or something when I said, girl, you know, if I went that way, I would tap that, right? Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
No, but I can see you saying that.
I did. Now, I do not have those tendencies, okay?
Don't knock it till
Especially,
you try it, woman.
girl, I can't. You know, this is the thing people need to understand. When I listen to some of the channels, they are teaching me things. They say things that I've never heard in my life.
Hey,
It's
it's
like,
true. You're never too old to learn new tricks.
hell no. Evil Ghost. I was over hanging out on his channel, and they were talking about sexual devices. I was Googling the stuff. because I'd never heard it before. And I'm like, what is that? So it was funny. It was funny. I enjoyed myself.
So did you get you a device?
Hell no.
You
I've
should.
never had one.
Get you a rose.
I've never had one.
You won't regret it. Thank me later.
Raylan said, don't put your cooter on a Maytag washer and dryer. You'll get cooter warts. I never even thought about that. For real.
Hey, everybody.
Girl. Hey, Freeside. We're just having fun today. Hanging out, talking shit. For sure. Oh, Mr. A's in here. Cover your ears.
Oh, he
Cover
knows.
your
He knows
ears.
exactly what we're talking about. And he's
I
loving
know
it.
he does. I know he does. He is always hanging out. I like
Freeside's
Mr.
here
A.
too.
Yeah,
like
I seen
Freeside.
Freeside too, yeah. Yeah, Freeside pops in sometimes. Oh, so did you get the oh, you may or not have been listening. Did you get the joke on the oh, what was it? Tasing the con?
No.
You didn't see it? Girl, you missed it. It was funny. Oh, I thought it was funny. It's what the fuck was it? I can't see. I shouldn't have had any candy. I had a piece of candy, y'all.
Hey, Amy.
It is Shaka Khan. I
What?
showed Ernie getting tased. And I said, what do you call that? Shaka Khan. I thought it was funny. I have a weird ass sense of humor.
That is funny. I mean, I guess I'm
For
weird too.
real. For real. Yeah, I did a little live last night. I was laughing my ass off. Just showing Ernie and Doug a no thanks. Kind of going at each other.
You know Doug's on TikTok?
Yeah, I think he's on a lot of other things too, but I ain't
He's
gonna
real
say.
big on TikTok.
I remember, and I wish I could find it. I would show it since I'm not monetized. Because
What happened?
oh girl, they took my monetization.
Welcome to the club. They try to silence everybody.
Stephen, usually I will, out of courtesy, because I am a nice person, I will email you. I just don't think that you, sir, are a good fit for my channel. Let's just leave it at that.
This Steven person?
Mm-hmm. And
no.
So yeah, because I am a nice person, I will contact you via email, sir.
Damn, he must be really fucked up because you let anybody up here.
Not today. No, I'll let anybody up here, but no.
Not that one.
No, and like I said, I'm not gonna call him out.
Call him out.
For sure.
I'm nosy as fuck.
Well, let's just say this. One thing that I've always said, anyone is welcome on my channel or over here, as long as you're not in another chat, speaking unkindly of me or trying to instigate a fucked up situation. And, it was the latter, but.
So Steven is two-faced. Got it. Adios, motherfucker.
Yeah. And For sure. For sure. Kind of crazy. I was really surprised. I was really surprised about it. So it's okay, Mr. A.
That does suck though. Somebody that I mean, not like we know a lot of these people personally, but someone you thought was better than that and you see it and you're like, what the fuck? It does hurt.
I was really surprised about it. They demonetized several folks over in the horror story sector. They demonetized a bunch of people, KK. A
That's
bunch of
crazy.
people. For sure. I mean, I wasn't even getting stressed about it because I'm like, hey, take a few months and relax and not be so serious all the freaking time. And, you know,
Yeah, there's enough bullshit in the world as it is. You know, you gotta have some happiness in your life, you know.
you do
Laugh
see
and
people,
smile.
yeah, very often on here, Crystal.
You do.
She live again. Well, this is okay, so you missed it. I kind of it's a long fucking story. I had the live and I think it's out. I don't know. But yeah, there was a guest who came on my panel, and this is all I'm gonna say about it is they said, "What's your name?" The whole conversation began this way. And I said, "You can call me bitch."
Well,
That's
been called a lot
exactly how the
worse, huh?
conversation started. And yeah. So, I mean, you know, I really didn't give a fuck about that conversation. But anyhow, they, of course, went to their channel and was trying to live stream me. And they called me white trash. So when she was live streaming me, I privated my live and I said, "Yep, that's a white trash move."
I like to do that. I used to do that to people.
Yeah. Hey.
That's a pretty good feeling. Petty. Love it.
I've done it twice since I've had my channel.
I
Only
should do it to
twice.
Haley chick. She used to try to restream me being big and bad. Nope, not today.
Well, I mean, I don't want to say that I've only privatized things a couple times, because I've absolutely privatized, you know, some of my content or whatever. But yeah, as far as privatizing a live that I wasn't going to privatize because they wanted to use it for fucked up purposes, absolutely, I privatized it.
I don't blame you.
I sure did. But this is the way I am. If I say something, I'll say it again. Usually, you know, I guess it's bad because it takes a lot for me to change my opinion about something, right? It does. If I have an opinion about something, you know, and I say something, I will absolutely say it again to somebody's face. I don't have a problem with that at all.
Yeah, you have pretty
So,
good self control though of saying stuff.
well, you have, I mean, you kind of have to. Fucking these people are psychotic. They really are. So, but no, yeah, said what I said. Fucking weird. It was weird. Anyhow, I was actually talking about Bill Shipley. You know,
I don't even know who that is.
he's a guy that lives in the area, you know, the Summerwell stuff. So, and I was showing AB talking about that weird ass girl. I'm not gonna say her name because I'm scared of her. I just ain't got time for it today. For real.
I'm so lost in all this.
I know,
That's a good
girl.
thing.
That is a great thing sometimes. It really is.
Oh, I agree.
So
My whole
crazy.
life is different now.
I only see you on Facebook a lot.
Yeah. I'm on there, TikTok. I don't really come on here no more.
Well, like I said, I've just been kind of messing around since I got unmonetized and feel a little bit freer to express myself more. For
I
sure.
don't blame you. It's about damn time. Look, now I'm the one that don't say much, and
Well, I
you're
think
taking my place.
I think that you know, and I don't kind of want to get into this stuff, but when Todd died, I just had a lot on me. And so being monetized on YouTube, that was a little bit of income that helped me a lot. Even
I
though it
get
was a
that.
little, it helped a lot.
I
And
get that.
so that was always in the back of my mind. So, now things are starting to, mellow out a little bit for me. And absolutely. Absolutely. So I think this year we might do something special. Maybe go to a park that we used to go to all the time, fishing and stuff like that, and hang out um and just do whatever we do. A little family get together, cookout.
It's good.
Yeah. I need to go get my fishing license too. You better believe I'll get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go fishing. I absolutely would. No doubt about it. I was always a outdoorsy type of person. I always was. I love to do stuff outside. So, uh, okay. But no, we talked about Summer's case. I was on there for about 3 hours. I was going over a live prayer Garden did, where she was talking to Allie Hunter's mom. So, hey, Mama Bear. I have been telling, oh, she's gone. She's gone. Me too, Crystal. Me too. I love I love going camping and just so much. Oh my God, Amy's. Some of these pay lakes are freaking outrageous. 30 degrees. 30 degrees. Where do you stand on these day centers? Are you talking about the daycare centers? Oh, data centers. Wow. I know exactly what you're talking about. So these different companies are going into these towns and they're building these great big data centers. Is that what you're talking about, Crystal? I know one town, I think that, didn't it take the water or something? It may have took the water or something. Yes. Yes. I absolutely have been watching that too. It's nuts. It is nuts. For sure. I had something I was going to pull up. Doggone. Let me find it. Hold on. Let me get out of that tab. I always got a shitload of tabs up. For sure. I am waiting for that guy David to go to court. So that'd be interesting. Hold on. I want to look at this. I will read this. Are they having problems with local people? Hi, Crystal.
Hey, girl. Yeah, the data centers. It took me a minute to get up here. I may be behind on what y'all are talking about now.
We
But
just been talking about a little bit of everything.
but I saw a interview the other day with a lady. Her family's farm had been in their family for years, like 7 generations,
Right.
and they offered her, I think it was like $23 million for her land. Because it was so close to the power company.
Right.
She turned it down, and now they're trying to go through a loophole and take her land.
Really? That's crazy.
And
Well, I mean, I don't know. If somebody offered me 23 million, I'd probably, I don't know, maybe I would take it and have the barn moved to a different property.
well, her home, she did check into having it moved, and it was going to cost millions just to move it to make sure
Well, the
it's
sad
intact.
thing about it is, Crystal, if she stays there, look at what's happening to some of those people who live around these data centers. I mean,
I'm not really for the data centers. I think we've lived this long without them. What are their
right,
purpose? I'd way rather have farmland out there because I mean we get our food and everything from that.
right,
So what happens with that property? I know how it was when we used to grow tobacco,
right,
and then the state just started paying you not to farm tobacco.
right,
But you can't. Tobacco is not a necessity. So it's not like they can come in and pay these farmers not to farm corn and the food that we eat.
right. Well,
And overall,
I know also, I've heard this, I don't know if it's true, that, a couple specific billionaires are actually going around and purchasing farmland. So,
Well, and allegedly, these data centers are just to set us up like China, where
right,
everything is watched, everything you do. And yeah, they'll put a spin on that as to, well, if a crime has been committed, we'll know who did it. But the fact is, there's people that don't need watch too, that
right,
don't never do, they live by the law.
right.
From a biblical point, I think it's the beginning of the mark of the beast. AI in
Well,
general.
let me say this, and I don't, this is totally my opinion. Zuckerberg, if you go back and research exactly how he took total control of Facebook, that will tell you what type of person he is.
And also,
If
look
the
what
guy
they
will
quit
do
doing.
that to one of his friends, think about what he's doing to people he don't know.
Well, the day that Facebook was launched, there was another. It was Open Info or something. I could be wrong on that name,
Right,
but where they wanted people's information, it went down, and Facebook was launched on the same day.
right.
And I mean, call me a conspiracy theorist. I don't care. But
Well, I always say about conspiracies, they start from somewhere, right? There has to be some truth. This is my opinion to a conspiracy because it had to have came from somewhere, right?
yeah, and unfortunately, most of the conspiracies that was once a conspiracy, we have now found out is a fact.
Right,
So,
right.
I,
I mean, look at the Epstein stuff.
yeah, that was a conspiracy once upon a
People
time.
kept saying that was a conspiracy, and then we learned the truth, and it was even worse than what people were saying. It was worse.
Well,
That guy wanted to, I don't know.
well,
I thought
think
of,
I think a lot of focus is being put on a lot of things that to distract us from other things, like
right,
just how advanced AI is becoming.
right,
Um, I watched a video where a robot was, doing a packaging job, and
absolutely. That's
uh,
already started in some of
yeah,
these,
well, they were throwing the same package back, and think about this, and it would check it again. They'd throw it back, it would check it again. What a robot don't need a break. It don't need lunch.
that's right.
So the only thing it's doing is replacing people's jobs.
Well, I guess being older, I do worry about it to a certain extent, but a lot of it's just an inconvenience for me. I hate calling a company and you're on the phone for 3 hours with an automated system. That drives me crazy. But no, I do realize, bad things are just nothing good's gonna come of it. Nothing good's gonna come of it.
But I have to put a little bit of Bible in here, but it does speak of man becoming wiser but weaker.
Right.
And okay, prime example, if the internet went dead tomorrow,
Right.
You and me would know how to live. We've grew
Yes,
gardens.
absolutely.
We've milked cows. We've
Yeah,
we've
it
did all
does.
that.
It comes down to our children, well, I mean, not even per se my children, my grandchildren. and their children and on down the line. I was thinking about that today. I mean, I think about weird stuff. When a child is born, the birth certificate's important. But when you apply for the Social Security card, that speaks for itself right there. There are a lot of kids, whether people think so or not, in this world that are born and they do not have a birth certificate. They don't have a birth certificate. They don't have a Social Security
for the longest
card.
time. For a long time, I didn't have a birth certificate. My dad didn't. He thought that, I mean, you know, he was older, and he said that was just kind of like a collateral for the loans that the United States can't pay. So he was all against the birth certificate. So I was later in life even getting one. But I mean, our kids today, if the internet stopped, I don't know about you, well, or anybody in chat, but if our Wi-Fi goes down, every kid in the house comes out, won't know what's going on.
You better believe it.
I mean, they start freaking out instantly.
Oh my gosh.
And, you know, especially the teenager, what's going on with the Wi-Fi? Or if we plan a camping trip, which we did before, they won't know if there's Wi-Fi there. Well, you don't go camping to be on the phone.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
But I think, I mean, the data centers, they go different than just, you know, like a power plant. I honestly believe that they are wanting it to be like China, where they've got surveillance on every corner and everything you do is watched. And
girl, I'll tell you what, I had I thought I had it. A little kid. He was probably maybe 6, 7, and his mother took away his, I don't know if it was his iPad or something. He threw a fit and actually busted the TV all up. It was crazy.
Well, he would not have an iPad or a TV if he was not. I mean, some things are just a privilege, not a necessity. If I had a kid that, you know, busted a TV because it lost an iPad, it would probably be old enough to get a job and buy its own iPad before it ever got another one.
Right.
But as parents, that's what we need to do. We need to start telling kids no. You know, we're living in a time where everybody's so easy offended. It didn't used to be that way. Used to, you could have your own opinion, and somebody could recognize that for being your opinion.
Right.
Now there's everywhere in the world people get offended.
Listen to this, Crystal. This is kind of funny. Oh wait, darn it. I am so low budget. I forget to unmute all the time. All the time. I just don't. Well, come on, dang it. Lord. Listen to this.
Everything's gone. Just everything's gone. Yeah, everything's gone. Even my lighter and my deodorant. I was having so much fun with them.
You get it?
Yeah.
You get it? Did you guys get that? Oh boy was playing with his lighter and his deodorant, and he was having so much fun. Here, I will play it one more time. Hey, Karen.
Everything's gone. Just everything's gone. Yeah, everything's gone, even my lighter and my deodorant. I was having so much fun with them.
Oh
Best
my
night ever.
goodness.
Actually, I asked Mel to present this award to me.
Let me get that off. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. It went into the next one. It went into the next one. For sure. Funny. I love listening to people just talking about their real life and things like that. I truly do. Everybody's got a story to tell.
Oh, absolutely.
And it may not be the same as mine. One thing I've always tried not to do is, because of things that I've been through in my life, I don't want to be a victim, but I will never take someone else, their story, and try to categorize it to my story. I think everybody, all victims, I don't even know how to say it. I will not categorize a victim on what their story is, or ever think that somebody else's story is less than. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's story is important. And some of her stories may not even include a tragedy or abuse or anything like that, but it's still important.
Everybody's story is important.
And personally, I mean, I think God's still writing my story. I just sometimes got a bad habit of trying to take the pen. And that's when I mess up.
For sure.
But no, I've been down. I've been completely on a different whole line of watching on YouTube. Your channel's about the only one I watch anymore. If I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, I for probably like a week, I was being a bitch for a week. I will take accountability for my bitchiness. I'm not going to change what I said or how I feel, but I'll take accountability for my bitchiness. For sure. Yeah, we don't know what people are going through for sure.
No.
We don't.
Nobody does. Just like today, well, I had a doctor's appointment this morning, and most people know that, I've got 4 adopted kids here.
Right.
They're mine in every way that matters. But
right.
We were discussing my health issues, and when he heard twins and my age, he thought that might have made stress on my body, which caused me to have to tell him no, it wasn't that, because I didn't give birth to the twins.
Right.
But that got us along the line of talking about adoption, and he said that him and his wife had tried for years to have a kid, and they were unable to do that. And he said, I'll be honest with you, I was questioning God, because being a doctor, I see kids come in that have been mistreated and have to report it. And he said, and then they adopted their daughter, and he said 5 days after their adoption went through, they found out she was pregnant. And I mean, to me, that's just God's work right there. They might not would have adopted that kid if they had known beforehand, and that was their daughter chosen to be, he was chosen to be that little girl's daddy,
Right.
regardless of biology. So,
Well,
and
bless you for adopting.
oh, honey, they
Bless
bless
your
me.
heart.
They bless me. They keep me going. Um, I've had a lot of health issues lately, but I'll be honest with you. These babies keep me pushing, and
Right.
they keep me. I probably wouldn't take doctor's appointments as serious, and I know that sounds crazy, but in the past I was one. It's just a headache, or
Right.
I've just hurt my back a little bit. It'd get better. I was that type of person, but now I can't afford to.
I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
honestly, yeah. I've got health issues. I don't really talk about them, but um, when you get a little bit older, having a headache can be something completely different than just having a headache.
Yeah.
For sure. And anytime a headache just reminds me of Nana's Angels, because she had a bad headache, they said, for a couple days or something.
I was thinking the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
She used to do a game. I mean, that's one thing about Nana that I absolutely love. There was a lot of things me and her did not agree on.
Right.
But we knew we were true to our belief. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Right.
we agreed to disagree and still was able to be friends. And
Well,
she would,
how I met her was on YouTube, and she was doing, I don't even know how I came across her, but she was doing a Q&A game on the Summer Wells case, and I won it, and I actually have a t-shirt from her.
oh,
I actually have a t-shirt from her, and I just keep it put up. I don't even wear it anymore. I just keep it put up. So
the night before she passed away, she did a trivia game and I was in her chat.
yeah.
And I mean, she had mentioned at the beginning of that live that she just had a headache that she just could not get rid of.
Right.
Even though that it might be sinuses. But
well, she came in, she had come into my chat and mentioned the jacket for some reason, and I'm going to go back through and look at it, but that jacket in that memory box for Summer was something that she felt meant something. I can see where she would think that. But I want to go back through and, well, I guess I don't know. Because when she came in chat, I hadn't talked to her. We had a falling out, and I hadn't talked to her. And then when she came in chat, so that's why it's something I think is important, because she came over to say something about it. So, and I wish she was still around.
I do too. She really taught me something about YouTube that I never intended to learn when I came to YouTube. Didn't think of it. It had never crossed my mind. But, and I've always said this, I want my channel to always be respectful. I want it to be me. And,
Right.
if the Lord calls me home, I want it to be a place where my kids can go back to that channel. They can see their mom, they can hear her voice, and they can recognize who I am. I don't ever want them to come to my channel and be disappointed.
Well, mine ain't never
As far
coming to
as,
mine.
because I
will
think
make
there's a
sure
lot of
that.
people that aren't who they are in real
Well,
life.
you're not. You're not like, we are like two totally different people on how we talk. We
Exactly.
we have, I mean, a lot of things we feel the same way about things. But you know, I sit over here and cuss and everything else, and you're a lot more respectful in that aspect than I am. So,
But let me ask you something. You do it in everyday life, right?
I mean,
I'm,
yeah,
I mean, you are
I say
true.
that, yeah,
My
I'm who
point
I
is, you're
am.
true to who you are. So
Yes,
when they go to your channel, they're seeing who you were in everyday life.
right.
I think there's a lot of people that are not.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, I will say things in front of adults that I would never dream of saying to a kid, my grandkids, something like that, right? Um, yeah, there's a difference between me speaking with adults than there is when any children are around.
Well, here's an example of one of the things that I mean, it's a pretty good example. I've always taught my kids, you don't judge somebody on how they look or maybe how much money they have. You
Right,
judge them on their character of who they are. And you
right,
may not agree with their character. That don't mean that you can't pray for them. You just don't have to be inside that circle.
right,
So if my kids came to my YouTube channel and I was dogging people and judging people, that would be hypocritical to what I have raised them.
right,
Do you see what I'm saying?
right,
And creators have got a chance to have a platform where their kids can, and I know firsthand that one of the first things that you have a hard time remembering is a voice. For me, I mean, there's times that I pull out my boys' DVDs just to hear their voice. So,
yeah.
you
See,
know,
this is weird, but I'm kind of opposite with that. I uh I still can hear both of my grandmother's voices, and they passed away years ago. Now, my dad, I think 2020 he passed away. Of course, I still remember his. I still remember Todd's. I kind of remember their voices and specific things that they said to me.
now I can remember like sayings that my grandmother said, and she's been gone since 2001. Um, and you know, she had a big hand in raising me.
Right,
There's some times that I can say something and I'll be like, that was granny. Or there's some times that I can say something and I sound just like mama, you know.
right,
And then there's times I might say something that sounds like dad, but the actual voice,
right.
I remember it bothering me so bad because my boys' voices were so similar.
Right.
And until because we had it on VCR. Until I got it on DVD, I really didn't have nothing to play it on. But when I was able to put that DVD in and hear their voice, it was so refreshing. And as creators, we have a platform where our family can come back because we all know the internet is forever.
It
And they
sure is.
and I kind of think that's awesome. If we use it correctly, that is awesome. That I know on my channel, over 100 videos, they can see me. Um, and one day I won't be here. One day
Ooh,
they may wonder what. Well,
I
you know,
watched something. I don't know where I seen it. I can't remember if it's a movie, but I watched something where this company started this had this app where they would take a person's SD cards, all of the digital videos, whatever, of their loved ones that passed away. And they were setting it up where the person could actually see the person and speak with them like they're still having conversations with them. It
Oh my
was
goodness.
weird.
Now, see that
was
I think
weird.
it's taking it a little bit too far. That's where I
Right.
think AI is going too far, because AI can't give me the wisdom that my granny did. AI cannot give me the advice that my dad did. AI
Right.
can't listen to me and respond to me the way my mother did,
Right.
because that is her spirit that would speak to me.
Right.
Like I said before, you know, when I went through a divorce, I was the first one. Not the first one in my immediate family, but the first one in my family, period.
Right.
So you talk about being a black sheep. I got married real young, when didn't really even know what marriage was. But I asked my dad, I said, Dad, because I didn't want to be judged. I said,
Right.
when I left him, I said, what do I do? Everybody's going to talk. He said, don't ever ask somebody what to do about your life.
Right.
He said, you make that decision yourself. That way, in the long run, whether it's good or bad, you know you made it because you chose to make it. Nobody
Right.
talked you into it. So, I mean, that's the big reason I don't really ask people. Not if
Right.
it's, you know, hey, what should I do? No, I pray about it. There's
Right.
one person I ask, and that's God. If it's like, you know, about me personally, if it's a marriage thing, of course I'm including my husband, but that advice stuck with me forever. Now, I did see something that I liked about AI the other day. There is actually a channel, Chloe Chase's History, and they used AI and they used pictures from history. And she like went on the Titanic, and you got to look around, and she was like interacting with the pictures. Although we know that isn't real, it still gives us a better understanding of the sinking of the Titanic.
Right.
I can see that. But I'm some of this AI's, I mean, Chat
Right.
GPT knows me. I can ask Chat GPT something like, well, we were doing underpinning on our house, and do you not know that it called me a Bible addict? But I mean,
That is funny, Crystal.
I had got so many
That
thumbnail
is so funny.
ideals from Chat GPT that it has already, without me asking, started calling me a Bible addict. I'm proud of that, but it's a little spooky too.
That is crazy. I've never used it. I've never used Chat GPT.
Well, I
Lord
mean,
have mercy. I'll be surprised what it says about me.
honey, you start typing in stuff for like a thumbnail. That's big. Like if I'm doing a study, say right now I'm in Mark. If I was doing a study over Mark, you know,
Right.
I might type in the chapter and give me
Right.
some ideals for a thumbnail. This is the topic,
Right.
and I'd
That
put,
is funny.
so to give me the right size, I'd put for my YouTube channel, That's So Crystal Bible Edition.
I'm gonna I'll have to Chat GPT myself. I bet it says a lot.
Well, I mean, like I said, I was
It
trying to
will
figure up
overload.
how much underpinning that we were going to need, and it called me a Bible addict, and I cracked up. I was like, well, I guess our underpinning is going to be blessed.
That is
But
so funny. That is so funny. I'm telling you. All right, I want to read this email that May May did. I want to read this. This showed up in my comments or whatever. And this is Gavel Geeks. Now, I haven't read it, so this is the first time I'm going to read it. She said, oh boy, I'm just now catching up with the latest info put out by people local to Ben Hill Road on June 15th, and the retcon is real. Specifically, the garbage put over the past week. This is unreal. I'm not sure who she's talking about because, to be honest, I haven't watched. I really haven't watched a lot on what YouTube is kind of saying right now about the Summer Wells case. She said nobody cares if people knew they were being recorded or not. That shouldn't change the truth in any way. It's not an excuse for the BS. It's not just misspeaking or opinion. That happens occasionally, sure, but this is ridiculous. Guys, please get your story straight. The explanations and narrative changes are insane, specifically from people who claim to be a witness. After 5 years, Summer still hasn't been found. Nothing has changed for her. And most of what you all have said that seemed important at the time has turned out to be complete garbage. Why would you ever be dishonest or claim dates and times aren't important when you're talking about a missing child? Even worse, when it's your own child missing. Keep going through. Most of you Ben Hill key witnesses, keep digging your holes deeper and deeper. I will give her a thumbs up on that. I will. I kind of gave my opinion on a lot of that stuff already, over and over. The person from that area, this is just my opinion, that has come out and repeatedly said things, threw names out there. It's, Fred and Ziggy. Those are the two people, I mean, especially Fred, but who has came out and name dropped everybody that they could name drop. For sure. Fred
I don't watch
talked.
her.
I don't watch her either.
I mean,
I don't.
I really
Now,
can't
this is
tell
the
you.
thing, though, Crystal. I've roasted her before and made fun of her and everything else, and but I don't wish harm upon her and Fred. Not at all. I hope that they do well in their lives, for sure. But we have seen that. I just heard, where did I see it? It was a clip, I think, where Fred talked about meeting up with a substance dealer. It was the day Summer went missing. Hey, Mr. A.
How are you doing, sweetheart?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Crystal?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I don't know where
asking.
Flies went, but she had to hear where Crystal said Chat GPT called her a Bible thumper. That is so weird.
It called me a Bible addict.
Oh, a Bible addict. A Bible addict.
But you know, one thing I can say in Summers.
That was on Donna Serafina. Thank you, Flies.
The one thing that I can say about Summers' case, they've ran it in the ground with speculation to the point that a lot of people don't even know what the facts of it is.
Well, I think that's why, though, Crystal, because I think that's why there's been so much speculation and stuff, because we don't know anything.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think they ought to do updates. We aren't entitled to everything, but I'd just like to know they're still looking at it. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay, so hold on a minute, because I want to read May May's. This is from May May, you guys, to TBI. Hello. I don't have a missing person tip, sadly. I didn't know how else to drop you this email. I live in a different country, and I have been following Summer Wells's case. Summer was last seen on June 15, 2021. Then age 5, now age 10. She has blonde hair and blue eyes, and it was in the custody of her mother and grandma and a family friend who was a teenage boy at the time. They went to do a couple of chores before they went to the horse pond at Beach Creek. Once they returned to the house, the mother sent Summer indoors to play with her 3 older brothers and hasn't been seen to date. Summer has broken many hearts all around the world. We are all still keeping her name out there. Please, can you find it in your hearts to at least let us know if you have any ideas about what you know, even to protect the mental health of people who find the lack of any updates playing with their stability. I would be very grateful for you to consider even reassurance to the public that Summer has not been abandoned by the TBI. We need a little something, as in the years since she disappeared, we have had more children vanish and cases solved. We never had an update, and June 15th is fast approaching. So, would you actually be a hero giving anything to the public about Summer? Thank you for reading this email. I hope we get to talk soon. Good email, May May. For real. Stephen, I don't care where you go. I don't care where you go. It was the fact you were trying to instigate shit. That was what the problem was. Other than that, you do whatever you want. I don't care. Don't matter to me, mister. Not at all. For sure. Don't be an instigator.
I can say this and say this confidently. Summer may be missing to us, but she's never been missing to God. He knows exactly where she
absolutely.
is. And what's done in the dark will be brought to light.
Yeah, it will. It will. But, you know, I think it's just got to come to a point where all of the noise around it needs to calm down. The locals fighting with each other and all of that stuff going on. A lot of that doesn't have anything to do with Summer. And it really just creates a lot of noise and chaos. And there's even manufactured chaos. People know that her name, the majority of the time, is a positive for them using it, you know, or whatever. So that is very true. But no, I totally agree, May May. I think I think they need to the coming out every year and saying, we're still working on it. We don't know anything. But I'm sure they have to be careful too. I am one that want to say that whatever happened with Summer, that she allowed a lot of things to come to light that law enforcement is working on. I believe that Summer's case brought forth maybe investigations into trafficking, substances, many different things. So
John hit it right, the nail right on the head. Exactly. It's just wasted time on drama. It is.
yeah,
And
but
unfortunately, that's what people tune into.
It is, but I have to say I enjoy a little drama every once in a while. I do. My thing is, what I'm really bad at, if I'm watching, I find humor in a lot of stuff. I really do. When somebody's mad, some of the names that they say, it makes me laugh. I'm like, how did you come up with that? Yes, credible tips. Absolutely. Absolutely flies. So, for sure.
And you've got so many people. I turned this into TBI. I sent this in to TBI. We'll show your email. Because
Right.
every time I've sent something in and remain calm, you see this. They email me back.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Well, I think a lot of people, well, one thing I do want to say, Hawkins County and TBI and FBI are very much involved in Summer's case. That showed us when they went to Van Hill Road on a tip that they are a force. They are a force. They all went there together. Which, if you think about it, okay, FBI is federal. FBI is federal. I truly believe that they not only are trying to find out what happened to Summer, but I truly believe that it opened avenues into things that we probably hadn't even thought of. For sure. So
let me ask you something, Remain Calm. What do you think about the statement that was made that there was a and if you hear it beeping, that's my Dexicom going off with my sugar, but it's aggravating me to death. But what do you think about there was a case closed on the day before?
Oh gosh.
I can tell you straight up what I think about it, and don't mind to tell it because I've dealt with it.
Tell me what you think. Go ahead and tell me what you think about it.
First of all, for the people in the chat that don't know me, I was a foster mom. I became a foster mom right after Summer went missing because of Summer. Because I figured out online I couldn't do anything to help. You need to get to these kids before they go missing. So I've dealt with the foster system. I've worked with CASA, and I've been in these courtrooms time and time again. If a case, let's just go with the narrative that a case was closed the day before, then explain to me what happened to that house so bad that it is included in the plan.
Yeah, it was included in the plan that they get that house fixed. That the house was what they felt a danger.
But if a case was closed before, then they didn't consider it a danger. I mean, to me, that says volumes.
Well, no, I believe that came after the boys were taken, right?
No.
One of the stipulations was
Don come out and said that a case had been closed the day before.
right. He did say that, but he said that was over BB guns.
Regardless, they would have looked through that house.
Right.
And if it was unfit, they would, I mean, that case wouldn't have been closed. So how is it that in July, when they take the boys, the house is unfit? It don't pass the sniff
Doesn't
test
make
for me.
sense. I completely get what you're saying.
What is put in your case plan is what you're there for.
Exactly.
Say if you are on drugs and they find that out, you're going to be put through rehab. You're going to be put through parenting classes. You're going to have to complete those. But the house was put in there. The house had to be fixed.
I see what you're saying. So basically, how could the house have been in the plan after the boys went missing when there was already an open case?
Yeah, or
even if that
allegedly
case
a closed
was
case.
closed.
Exactly. He
I
said it was
get
closed
it.
the day before, and to me, the simple fact that the house is put in there debunks that. Because a house don't just get unlivable or in that quick of a time. I don't care how many times the cops toss that house, because I've seen cases where they go in and the house be dirty. They give the parents time to get it cleaned up. So
Well, yeah, they were making sure they wanted those. They wanted the access to the dungeon, as I call it. They wanted that fixed. So they, even though they had that big desk and shit sitting in front of it, CPS felt
would not have passed
that was a danger.
Well, and the basement where they had like open wars running, that wouldn't have passed.
Right.
So the fact that there was a case closed the day before, I don't buy that. I've sat in too many courtrooms. I've heard too many cases. And I'm sorry, but they don't normally take people's kids for a dirty house.
Right.
So, and that's what the cops would have done when they, went through the house. Pretty much just tossed it.
Right.
But if the house is included in the plan, there wasn't a closed case on the 14th.
Makes sense. Let me ask you this while you're up here. What do you think of the house having a search warrant on it, the number of times that they say that they went back and searched that house?
Well, I can see it being searched more than once, because each individual, like say Hawkins County went in there, they would need a search warrant. TBI goes in there, they're going to need a search warrant. FBI
but they
goes
went
in there.
back. They went back so many different times. They went back. Well, Dawn was like 9 times. So, and they also kept searching the truck too. So I understand each organization would have to, you're saying, have different warrants.
If it was separate ones that went in there. But now, I'll tell you where I think they messed up. They should have treated that house as a crime scene the second that they went up there. Nobody should have been able to stay on the hill because there's a kid missing. But they looked at it as just a kid maybe wandering off. I think that's where they
Well,
messed
I
up
think
at.
so too, because I think if I remember correctly, at one point they even talked about a bear and bears being in the area. You know, that was discussed at the beginning also, that could have happened. And I know people can't see that as, you know, a theory per se, but that's absolutely a possibility. Absolutely, right?
I mean,
Claudia, Dawn said that it had been searched so many different times. I thought that's what I said, is that Dawn said it had been searched like 9 times, but
and I mean, it could have been searched those other times on tips or something, but
well, I know some people, you know, were like that they were looking for Summer, you know, and I respect their opinion on that, right? Dawn,
yeah,
no, Dawn may have mentioned the bear, but that was mentioned in the very beginning, because there had been, I believe,
there
like
was
a
reports at that
500
time of a
pound
bear
bear
being
that was seen a few miles away or something. Somebody had reported seeing a bear. Now, if I remember, it was a few miles up the road, or I don't remember exactly, but I need to
Yeah,
find the dispatch
Slice is
call
right.
again.
She
She
had
had
wandered
wandered
off
off.
before.
Crystal, do you remember um, uh, Leslie Earhart mentioning that Summer was last seen on the road around 7 o'clock? I cannot find it anywhere.
I can remember them saying that she was last seen leaving her home on Ben Hill Road. And if you look at
So,
a lot of the clips now that are still up, they still say that.
right.
But
Well, no, I remember Dawn also talked about how they would try to scare Summer, so, you know, she wouldn't get too far from the house by herself. He even described it that, you know, she was setting out by a truck or something, and he went out there and tried to scare her or whatever. Now, the WJHL interview with Candace, she was like, I don't go for runs and I don't go for walks because of the bears and the snakes. And I'm like, girl, just say it. Your ass don't go for runs or walks, period. So, for sure.
I think the timeline that we've got on that, and if you ever watch where I went to Rogersville and retraced the steps, I think the timeline's off.
Oh, yeah. There were many, many, many people that did that. Many, many people who did that.
But
For real.
But now a big problem's been everybody. I mean, right out of the gate, you hear one person. I think you know who I'm talking about, saying they were selling her from that shed. I mean,
Yeah, who was it that started
his
that?
sister.
No, it actually was
No,
a YouTuber, wasn't it?
no, it was his sister talking to Chris Madonna.
There someone
That was her. That was her thought on it. But that's the
well, I
problem.
think a lot, I
There's
mean,
too
it's never,
many. assumptions.
It sounds like a lot of people, that was the first thing they said. So they talked about Dawn, I have to say allegedly, left the kids at a substance dealer's house, and then there was some of the locals that came out and pretty much said that from the very beginning. So I don't know if the problem that I felt with some of the locals was that before they kind of publicly would speak to certain YouTube creators, they were actually watching online what a lot of people were saying. So what happened a lot of times, they were basing the conversation and some of their answers on what they had heard on YouTube. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes a lot of sense.
So, and I feel the Chris McDonough interview with Candace, the only thing that I wish he wouldn't have done. Yeah, drop the link if you found it, Flies. Sorry, I got to talking. Was when he had Candace watch his interview with Hunter and Allie before he talked to her. I wish he wouldn't have done that. So going into that interview, Candace knew that. Candace already knew what they had said. I'm not saying without Chris, well, because I don't think Chris McDonough had put that interview out yet. Maybe he did. I don't remember. But yeah, I just wish that, that conversation, would have been, I think it would have been a lot differently if it hadn't have been spent asking Candace basically,
My thing is this: when it comes to the locals, you see this and you've seen that. Why didn't you speak up? If you saw abuse and you saw neglect, then you are part of the problem if you didn't call
right.
the law, report it. I mean,
Sometimes in areas like that, though, I mean, the thing about it is, from my understanding, people did call. And sometimes that's all you can do. I mean, it is call, whatever organization needs to be called. And your hope is that they are, taking care of it or whatever, for sure. I guess that's kind of like law enforcement and people calling in tips, right?
like Allie, she called CPS. But listen, if you see a kid being abused, you call the law. They will call CPS. And the reason I say call the law is because they can go in that house. CPS
Right.
can knock on the door. If you don't come to the door, they can't come in.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee and then I'm going to play this dispatch call.
Exactly, Flies. I think a lot of people, they wanted to be a part of the story. And I think that's why a lot of people come out saying a bunch of junk. I mean, you can look where things, if something don't sound right, normally it's not right. Okay.
Alrighty.
Take Shurfy, for example. He stood at the foot of that driveway and told Molly Golightly and them that he had pulled a gun on Jody Sue. He did. But then in a later interview, he didn't even know who she was. So which is it, sir?
Well, not only that, but he sat there and brought his son up. And I didn't hear them inquire about his son, but he wanted to let them know that his son was not in the area, had only been there a couple of times. Yeah, he wanted everybody to know that. So,
well,
a lot of people paid, spoke out. Yeah, they did. Yeah, the more channels they went on, the money that they got, the stories had to be embellished. So, absolutely.
Well, I guess I'm going to jump down here. But
Well,
God
I
bless
love
you
you,
all.
girl.
And like I said, you all, Summer ain't miss him to God. He knows exactly where she's at.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you
I
for
love
saying
y'all.
that. Love you too. Mr. A still hanging out. Okay, let's listen to this dispatch call. I have closed captions on. Let's take a listen.
Route 110, 110 Big Hill Road off of Beach Street should be the first residence on your right. Reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in and advised that the mother has went.
Parents with an S. The parents have called in. They also say that Summer is 4.
A walk, came home.
Mom had went for a walk and came home.
Now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been gone for about 10 minutes now.
Said she'd been gone for about 10 minutes.
110. 335, I'll be around as well.
And I think that's a great question on why did she say she was only gone for 10 minutes? Even if she just walked, even if she just, yeah, you're right. She didn't say that in the WJHL interview. She said, I don't go for walks or nothing. I don't go for runs or walks. The buses coming out was not for school. Yes, they were for searchers. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's start this over. These buses had searchers in it. They were taking them from the command post, putting them on buses and taking them through this area.
Big Hill Road off of Beach Street should be the first residence on your right. Reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in and advised that the mother has went for a walk, came home. Now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been gone for about 10 minutes now. 10 for one in America. 10, 110. 10 for route from Mesa. 335, I'll be around as well. Go ahead. 10-4. 29 minutes. Go ahead. Those are rescue. Fire police for search. 335.
Immediately, it sounds like immediately they need to let the appropriate individuals know that there's a missing child.
You say when you got the original call that mom went on a run and when she came back that daughter was gone?
That's what the father advised.
10-4, that's what the father advised. So Summer's 4, which we knew she wasn't 4. She says parents. Was that just a slip of the tongue there? Dad says mom went for a run.
About an hour away.
He's at work about an hour away. But we know he keeps thinking it was 5:30. Just like he said that he thought it was around 3:30 when he talked to Candace, where he believes she was in the pharmacy parking lot. These are all the searchers, you guys. Okay. There's the house. There's the camper. Yet, from the camper, from the step on this little camper, they could not see this area, is what they said. That is what they said, right? I feel the same way, Flies. I feel the same way. I absolutely do. From the beginning. From the beginning.
Let 302 know, and I think he's going to let rescue make that determination. Yeah. 302 has been notified. He also wanted me to just remind you to be sure, check the house, camper, even if they said they've already had.
Make sure you check the house. Even if they said that they already have. Remember? Candace looked under the beds, under blankets. But she usually would answer her, right? She said if Summer was out on the swing, and she called her out the dungeon door, that Summer would always answer. She also made sure to say that the area right outside the back door is somewhere that sometimes Summer would sit and play. You guys remember that? Yeah. Let's go back. We'll look. Is that where the dog trail is right there? Or am I wrong? I would have to pull it up. I haven't looked at that property in a long time. In a long time. I really haven't. She wandered off, thought this wasn't a different situation. Yeah, I think so too. I really think that they truly believe that she wandered off. Here, let me find it. Let me see. I think the best one, let me put our owls up here. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let me put the eagles up here for a minute. Okay. The best, I'm trying to think of the best place to find that where it shows the whole property. Let me look. Probably Donwell's Family Channel, when Tim Mullins decided to do that, right? Let me see. I could be wrong. I could have been wrong. Let me see here. Here it is. Okay. Hold on. This is Don Wells Family Official. I will drop the link to that. We will. Don Wells. Hold on. Family Official. Hang on. Hold on. Okay, Don Wells Family Official. Link in the description. And I told you guys the name of it is, I'm pretty sure this is the one I'm looking for. I hope. All right, here we go. You know what got me? Why does their asses need a camera? They should have had it before Summer went missing. I know. Creepy people coming up there, right? The little side driveway goes out on Ben Hill. That's where 120 Ben Hill address comes into play.
Taking the time on Summer's birthday to really search the grounds below the house, on the steep ledge behind the house, between house and Beach Creek. It's pretty steep, but digging through every possible leaf, log.
Tim Mullins is even out of breath, right? He's even out of breath.
Anything. See, Beach Creek.
And hell, the sticker bushes and stuff ain't even out.
It's right there. Creek does flood sometimes, so we're checking that edge of the water bank real close.
And unfortunately, could something have happened where somehow water involved. Absolutely. But, you know, I don't think a lot of people think about that, only because of the fact that the creek wasn't high at the time, if I remember correctly. But I'm just basing that on what Candace told Chris McDonough.
I'm over here, Don. You can see it goes up. It's really hard to catch on the video.
Look at that. Hold on, I got to turn my air conditioner on. It's getting warm. Oh, goodness, it's raining. No wonder my old bones feel all crappy. For sure. For sure, for sure. Does Don Wells seem like the type of person to you that could possibly know that his wife did some messed up stuff and not say anything, only so that he could use it against her? Does that make sense what I'm saying? Yeah, 2 years later.
Climb up this way. I need both
Climbed a lot of this area.
hands. Any kind of any area like this. It's a little thicker on leaves, but thins out very fast on the hills.
And you guys can go check this out over there on that channel. I think one of the things that Don Wells has videos of a child out on summer swing and stuff. That was weird. I really never watched that because how can you reenact something that you weren't there and didn't know what happened? Does that make sense? That is just the way I felt about it. How can you continuously speak on a timeline that you were not allegedly there for? How does that happen? Right? Look at that. Look at that. If Summer was taken from that hill, it's somebody who knew the area. It has to be. It would have to be. For sure. Oh, come on. 2 years later. Let me drop LTL's link real quick. They have the discount dispatch call for sure. LTL. There we go.
That's what the father does. He's at work.
I'm going to back it up just a little bit.
The mom went on a run and when she came back, the daughter was gone. That's what the father does. He's at work about an hour away.
Why would Dawn automatically tell dispatch something that he has to know that's not true? Right? He would have to know that telling dispatch that she went for a run, he would have to know that's not true.
His way home. Careful. C12 Central. C12 will be in or out. 906. Quite not good. Notify 302. I had him on the phone with both of them. You're on zero. Answer any questions he may have on it. 10-4. You want us to try to contact the canine? Let 302 know, and I think he's going to let rescue make that determination.
Now, don't forget, the dogs allegedly wasn't there that day. But then Candace was like, why didn't they tell me they were bringing the dogs up here? Because her dogs were out and she had to try to collect them to put them in the vehicle, right? Or was that a different search? I don't know. Yeah, EquiSearch didn't find anything at all.
Notified. He also wanted me to just remind you to be sure check the house camper, even if they said they've already had.
Check the house. Ooh, I wonder how they felt about that. And if that house was that bad, don't you think that they would have even removed the boys quicker than what they did? But then again, you have to remember, right, that Clyda Trent they didn't have anywhere that they could take the boys, and they allowed Clyda to keep the boys that first night. And allegedly, Candace was allowed to stay all night with the boys with Clyda. So that is a very interesting conversation. I have played it over here on my channel more than once. So if you just put in interview with Clyda Trent into your YouTube search bar, it will come up. Yeah, I mean, that's what I heard, Flies. And I don't remember where I heard it about the dogs.
Rescue squad staging area is going to be at Mount Carmel Baptist Church on Beach Creek. Hawkins County Rescue Squad, all members, mutual aid requests from Church Hill Rescue on a search and rescue. Staging area is going to be at Mount Carmel
I just believe that if there had been some, hey, Matt Sale, how are you? Oh, I have this for your son. Congratulations. That is the coolest thing ever, Matt. You tell him I said congratulations. So cool. I'm not monetized. They took my monetization, Matt. They got me, Matt. For sure. They did, sir. I don't have members anymore. But I'm glad you popped in. That crazy WCIA woman done the interview with Clyda. I don't know. No, Clyda talked to somebody else too. I don't remember the WCIA lady. Clyda. Let me see, ma'am. Let me see. No, Valkyrie's Corner. Oh no, this is an unknown source. Hold on. We got a couple. Lolly put it out. So yes, they probably got the interview from her, right? Yeah, I checked all into Clyda Trent for sure. Yes, Matt, they did. But they did a lot of people, so I didn't feel so bad. I didn't feel so bad when they did it to me because they done it to other people too. For sure. Let's we'll play it. Let's see. Yeah, because she was trying to trick her or something, wasn't she? Yeah, yeah. Yes, I remember. I turned around. Maybe Patreon too. No, you're fine, Matt. It's good to see you. I'm glad you popped in. I stalk you on Facebook. I do. Heck yeah. Yeah, she tried to confuse her. Yeah, she did. She tried to confuse her. For sure. Let's we'll listen to it here for a minute. For a moment. Okay. This is quite a trench. speaking with I don't know, but we'll try to make sense of it. There's act right, bitches. Act right, bitches. Okay, here we go. You know I'm gonna give my opinion on it. Okay. Okay, let me okay. Now, we all know, people in the Summer Wells community, who the WCIA lady is. She takes videos and pictures and tries to assess whether they have underlying meaning. If I remember correctly, she said that she at one time had been affiliated with the CIA, and I remember that she would be like, tell the CIA they need to see this now. Right? Right. Oh shit. I guess I better share it with you. You guys would have let me sit here for a freaking half an hour before you say anything. I know how y'all are.
You guys don't know who Clyda Trent is. Clyda Trent was Don's mother, Karen Goetz' best friend. And Don's mother apparently died at Clyda's home. Clyda held on to the 110 Ben Hill Road property for several years before signing it over to Don, because Don needed to be married to take possession of that property.
Yes.
And we do know that Clyda and the Reverend Dinsmore is tied up in the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Reverend Dinsmore.
Karen Goetz was a member of the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
There's several points of this interview that's going to strike you as very strange. And this woman just strikes me as strange all around.
It was weird because the WCIA lady would show pictures, and then she would show people where these machines were coming out of people's bodies. She showed Benny Keys with some kind of tubing coming out of his head. I remember. And I won't go there. Oh, shit. Who are you? You're going to make me cry. You are going to make me cry. You are. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to cry. I am. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let me get my sandpaper. Let me get my sandpaper. That means a lot. It really does. It means a lot. Yeah, the WCIA lady, she will find tubes coming from your brain. For sure. What was sad about that was because, if I remember correctly, there was a creator that talked about they had like a shunt in their head, I think. Yeah, it was sad. Throw frozen peas. You are not throwing frozen peas at me, lady. Oh, Nana's Angels kids at the time. Yeah, that stuff was pretty messed up, y'all. It really was. For sure.
And one thing that strikes me as strange is this woman, this is the second child that she has been involved in that has come up missing. You know, she was related to Carly Trent as well.
Yes, Clyda was related to Carly.
You are going to find out during this interview that the first night that the boys were away from Don and Candace, that they were in her possession, that she had come down from Utah, and the boys stayed the first night with her because DCS did not have anywhere to place them. Now they are no longer in her possession, so there is no point in calling this woman and aggravating her or anything else.
Now, what was interesting to me about that conversation is the fact that she talks about Dawn contacting her and stating that I guess she was going to be in the area on a specific day or something, and he asked her to come the day that CPS took the boys, right? I think Don Wells got Frank Light's brother mixed up with Frank. Frank Light's brother is the one who had the horses. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. Kept putting things in Clyda's head and confusing her. Right.
So let's give this a listen and see where it goes. And remember, I'm going to try to remember to take transformative pauses, and you will have to listen close. Let me unplug my air conditioner because this recording is very low. Again, the credit goes to Backwoods Georgia Girl for getting this interview with Miss Trent. And
Backwoods Georgia Girl flies. Backwoods Georgia Girl. Unless she got it from CIA lady.
Y'all go subscribe to her after this live. Here we go.
At a future date, I don't know how many years went by. I thought it wise to just deed it over to Johnny Wells because he was living there. Yeah, correct. How far back does it go to their ownership of the property? Oh, Johnny's? Yes. Oh. Starting with the first owner before it was deeded over. Is it within the family, the property? Well, here it goes.
Okay, so we pretty much know about the property, right? We know that, is that me? Uh-oh.
I'm going to sleep. I wish you all a good
it's
night, day,
you.
or rest,
You
or
scared
I
the-
don't. Yeah, it's me.
Mr. A. You
No,
scared
no,
the
no,
crap
no.
out of me.
I'm going to sleep.
You have a
It's,
good night.
It's almost midnight. It's
You
almost
were so
midnight.
quiet. You were quiet.
Thank you. It was nice being here.
Come and hang out anytime
I was
you want.
listening. I was listening.
Okay. Good night, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate you all.
Bye. Okay. I forgot he was up here. I'm sorry. I forgot he's up here. Not very nice of me. Sorry I wasn't a good hostess. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Mr. A. May say you had the voice.
Now, Karen Goad had bought quite a bit of property in the Beach Creek area. I forget how many acres that she did buy in the Beach Creek area. What is now Mary Sexton's property and the property behind.
But the property belonged to the Goads. She did purchase other property in the area, but the property that house sat on, or a trailer basically, that was Goad property, right?
Donnie Wells, all that belonged to Karen Goad at one time, and she subdivided it all off and put septic tanks and wells on it, and she sold that property off for a profit.
And then she did it to me, and then eventually deeded it to Donnie. Gotcha. And
so the property was deeded to Clyda Trent.
What's your affiliation with them in Utah? Is he in Utah? I thought he was still up in Tennessee. No, he's in jail right now, but he's in Tennessee. But I do know that Utah is another place that he tends to go often. Yes, his dad lives up north of where he's in Tennessee, but I do know that Utah is another place that he tends to go often.
Clyda sounds surprised to find out Don's in jail.
Yes, his dad lives up north of where
Me too, Mr. A. Thank you.
And you're in Utah? Yes, and I used to live about 30 or 40 minutes from him. Okay, and then...
And she still holds property in Tennessee. So I believe that there's still a couple of small plots of land that she...
So did Clyda sell Pam Wells's property to Pam Wells? We know that Pam Wells had property there at some point, right? And I could be wrong. I could be remembering wrong.
Holds in Tennessee. Hang on just a second. All right, here we go.
And Clyda is hard to hear.
Lived at one time at 110 Van Hill Road. No, that's Donnie's address. 110 Van Hill Road. Then maybe it's because you were the real estate associate through the real estate company, maybe? I don't know. But, my name was on the deed for several years. Okay. And, I don't know, do you have any thoughts or anything you'd like to share about the Summer Wells case? It's just tragic because I don't know how their daughter's doing or if she's dead or alive or here or there. That would being a mother, that just drive me wild. Are you in contact at all with Candace or Brandis? Candace. I haven't been for probably, I think the last time we were in contact maybe was when I was out there last end of December. Mm-hmm.
Now, catch that because she says the last time she was out there was the end of December. Now, catch and listen to what she's going to say here.
So you were there at the end of December. How was the family then? When did the kids get taken away from at that time? No, in June. They were taken away in July. June 15th, summer went missing, and then the kid, child, they took the children as well. Yes, actually, I was out there then, and didn't be. Okay, this is the part that really needs concentration, because I feel as if this could go really much deeper, because first she says she hasn't been out there since December 21st, and then she says she was out there right before the kids were taken. Listen real closely to the timeline, you guys. It's all wrong. Child, they took the children as well. Yes, actually, I was out there then, and didn't see this. Is that right? Yes. Department of Children's Services. Messy. I thought Donnie, because me and my friend wanted to visit them.
Okay, so Clyda goes wanting to visit Don and Candace and calls them.
And so we did. Well, he said, I said, I can come out Wednesday or Thursday. Which one is best for you? He said, well, BCS is coming Wednesday at 6:30. And come in. I said, oh, no, I'll just come Thursday. He said, well, I'm tied up Thursday. Please come Wednesday. So
I'm tied up Thursday. Come Wednesday. Did DCS tell Don and Candace what day they were going to come and get the boys? Did they let them know? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, WCIA, and then, you know, people took it, right? Dawn says, I'm tied up on Thursday, come Wednesday.
okay, this is very, very important part.
Okay.
It is, because just take a look at the days of the week and the day that Summer come up missing, and you do the math yourself.
She said,
well, Summer went missing on a Tuesday, right? June 15th on a Tuesday. They didn't take the boys until July. On obviously a Wednesday.
Lyda Trent says they ended up taking the boys the first night because DCS did not have a place to put them. They had no holding facility.
And there's nothing wrong with that, because when CPS took the boys, no one, even Dawn's father, that side of the family, no one would take the boys. No one would take the boys. No one from the church. Now, Dawn's family did not know the boys, so
this idea that they were planning to take the boys for years before, they were there to take the kids. They were so ill prepared, they did not even have a place to take the boys. Just try to treat them.
The first night after, do you understand that makes no sense? I'm trying to figure this out. Listen.
you're right. It is the WCIA lady. I can hear her now. I can hear her.
Housing the kids that first night after they left.
The first night after you mean after DCFS took the kids?
Yes, they did not have a place to put them. But it must be they didn't have a holding place in the school or something.
And this is the thing about it. It is not breaking news that many children that are displaced and taken from their home, the DCF organizations are so overwhelmed, and a lot of times they don't have places to take them. They don't have foster families that are just available to take these children.
So they could come and stay there over Churchill.
Oh, wow. At that time, Summer was already gone.
Yes.
So she was there. Summer was already gone. And she's actually saying she was there the day that she went missing.
She is not. She is not saying she was there when Summer went missing. Now I remember, Flies. That girl was a twisting and a freaking turning.
Did y'all just catch what this woman?
That's crazy.
She realizes that she has got caught tripping her own self up, and now she's trying to backpedal up out of it. Here we go.
Okay, here's where I began to start to lose my patience with this person. Okay, she came in July, the day that the boys were taken. Summer went missing June 15th. Right. She is not saying she is there when Summer went missing. How hard is that to
Thank
understand? Excuse
you.
me for my snarkiness. I'm irritated.
Thank
Makes no
you.
sense. Were you there when Summer went gone? Because they were gone the day they were supposed to get picked up.
No, she was already gone.
The boys were not, as far as I know, picking the boys up the day Summer went missing.
Yeah, she was gone.
See, this is a problem. I have a problem with this.
I think so. I too. So they asked us if they could come and stay there over at Churchill.
Oh wow! At that time, Summer was already gone.
Yes.
So were you there when Summer went gone? Because they were gone the day they were supposed to get picked up.
That's not true.
No, she was already gone.
Took her a while to answer, though.
Yeah, she was gone. And
So DCFS was.
Yeah, this woman definitely was freaking confusing her, right? Valkyrie held up for in this backwood Georgia girl was calling. Okay, so does that mean I have to change who I'm listening to?
Supposed to come.
I agree. She was confusing her.
And then she was gone on the 15th, the day before. So
no, there's something messed up about that.
you see?
The kids, were taken after Summer.
Oh yes, the boys were taken after.
And I noticed that. I told
No, wait, how can you sit there and say, yes, the boys were taken after when you turn around and you just tried to say,
DCS. I've been playing with the boys, entertaining them.
She totally won't answer the question. She's avoiding it. Now she's going to a safe place.
Very arguing with parents. And the three boys were very.
After I'm done here, go back and play this again and run it all back together, because I have to take transformative pauses and listen to this again and again and again and see what you think about it.
Nice. They acted like boys and they bumped around a little bit, but they weren't mean to each other and they didn't yell curse words and they were just nice kids. So sad.
How was Summer?
I didn't see her.
When you knew and saw her before she gave anything to share about the way Summer is or was?
It might have been. How old was she when she was taken?
5.
Yeah, I think I saw her last when she was 3 or 4. And she was really a happy child.
God bless Backwoods Bama for her patience.
okay, a lot of people say Summer was a happy child. That's what they say, for sure. Go check that out. Like I said, put in interview with Clyda Trent into your YouTube search bar, and you can go listen to the full interview. For sure. For sure, for sure. Okay, well, put it in, flies. Drop it. I just put it in the search bar and pulled up the first one. So I don't care if you put Backwoods and link in the description. Throw the link in the description. People can go listen to that one. For sure. For sure, for sure. Yes, this WCIA lady absolutely was trying to confuse Clyda Trent. Oh, she took hers down? Okay. All righty then. All right. So we went a number of different places today. I appreciate you guys so much. Matt Sale, thank you for coming in. Thank you for always being supportive of the channel. I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me stalk you on Facebook. I really enjoy it. I love the positivity, and congratulations to your son. I think it's great, and I love just keeping tabs on you, man. I'm always keeping tabs. I am. So Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you, KK, wherever you went. She must have got mad at me for something. But then again, it wouldn't be a normal day on the YouTube streets if somebody wasn't mad. Hey, Nicolina, thank you for popping in last night. I appreciate you. Thank you, Constance, for sending Raylan over. I appreciate that for sure. I hope you guys had a little bit of fun. You never know what we're going to talk about over here for sure. Keep all these missing and exploited babies in your thoughts and prayers. I am praying for anybody who doesn't feel good. I'm telling you guys, it is hard to get rid of some of this crappy crap sickness going around. Very hard. May, thank you for emailing me your letter. And I do hope that, they give us something. I think if they don't give us any update on Summer at all, that, you know how social media is. They will definitely let them know that they're not happy about it for sure. Now, as I say, don't show anybody any hate. We're not hating on anybody over here for sure. And thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you, Flies. I appreciate you. Truly, Mr. A, thank you so much. Oh, okay. Hold on. Hold on. Let me find it. Let me see. Okay, yeah, you can hear that a lot better. Okay, so we got the link to this. This is Backwards Georgia Girl. And let me pop over. We'll listen to it. Okay, here we go.
You did that. And then at a future date, I don't know how many years went by, I thought it wise to just deed it over to Donnie Wells, because he was living there,
Correct. How
So that's
how far back does it go to their ownership of the property?
Oh, Donnie's?
Yes.
Oh,
Starting with the first owner before it was deeded over. Is it within the family, the property?
well, Karen bought it from somebody up in Kingsport a long time ago.
Okay, so is she talking about 120? I thought that property was Gold property.
And then she did it to me, and then I eventually deeded it to Donnie.
Gotcha. And what's your affiliation with Don in Utah?
Is he in Utah? I thought he was still out in Tennessee.
No, he's in jail right now, but he's in Tennessee. But I do know that Utah is another place that he tends to go often.
Why do you think that it was specified that he had to be married? Right? I don't know. That's just weird to me that you got to be married to get the property.
Yes, his dad lives up north of where
He's in Tennessee, but I do know that Utah is another place that he tends to go often.
Yes, his dad lives up north of where I live.
Okay. And you're in Utah?
Yes, but I used to live about 30 or 40 minutes from him.
Okay. And then I also see that you lived at one time at 110 Ben Hill Road.
No, that's Donnie's address, 110 Ben Hill Road.
Okay, it says
Then maybe it's because you were the real estate associated through the real estate company, maybe?
I don't know. But, my name was on the deed for several years.
That's right.
Okay. And I don't know, do you have any thoughts or anything you'd like to share about the Summer Wells case?
It's just tragic because they don't know how their daughter's doing, or if she's dead or alive or here or there. That would, being a mother, that just drive me wild.
Are you in contact at all with Candace or Grandis? Candace.
I haven't been for probably, I think the last time we were in contact maybe was when I was out there end of December.
Mm-hmm.
And Clyda knows a lot of people in the area. She has friends from the area, relatives, things like that. So Clyda coming to Tennessee really, to me, wasn't a big deal.
So you were there at the end of December. How was the family then?
Yeah, she said that.
When did the kids get taken away? About that time?
No, in June. They were taken away in July. June 15th, Summer went missing, and then child, they took the children as well.
Yes, actually, I was out there then, and
Okay, this is the part that really needs concentration, because I feel as if this could go really...
Care Bears, concentrate.
Much deeper, because first she says she hasn't been out there since December 21st. And then she says she was out there right before the kids were taken. Listen real closely to the timeline, you guys. It's all wrong. Child, they took the children as well.
Yes, actually, I was out there then, and the DCS, is that right?
Yes.
Department of Children's Services. Let's see. I called Donnie because me and my friend wanted to visit them. And so we did. Well, he said, I said, I can come out Wednesday or Thursday. Which one is best for you? He said, well, DCS is coming Wednesday at 6:30. And come then. I said, oh, no, I'll just come Thursday. He said, well, I'm tied up Thursday. Please come Wednesday. So we ended up housing.
So Dawn knew that CPS was coming on Wednesday, is what she's saying.
Okay, this is very, very important part. She says, Clyda Trent says, they ended up taking the boys the first night because DCS did not have a place to put them. They had no holding facility.
Okay.
So this idea that they were planning to take the boys for years before, they were there to take the kids. They were so ill prepared, they did not even have a place to take the boys. This Clyda Trent kept them.
The first night after the... Do you understand that makes no sense? I'm trying to figure this out. Listen.
Housing the kids that first night after they left.
The first night after the... You mean after DCFS took the kids?
Yes, did not have a place to put them. It was, they didn't have a holding place at a school or something down in Rogersville.
And like I said, I know that people acted like that was breaking news. That was something that didn't surprise me a bit. A lot of agencies are overwhelmed. They even at times have the children sleeping in the offices because they have nowhere to put these children.
So they asked us if they could come and stay there over at Churchill.
Oh, wow. At that time, Summer was already gone.
Yes.
So
Clyda, if they asked Clyda if they could stay with her for the night, then Dawn and Candace would have had to have let CPS know about Clyda, or Clyda was there when they came.
She was there.
Right? Does that make sense?
And she's actually saying she was there the day that she went missing.
No, she's not.
Okay, here's where I began to start to lose my patience with this person. Okay, she came in July, the day that the boys were taken. Summer went missing June 15th. She is not saying she is there when Summer went missing. How hard is that to understand? Excuse me for my snarkiness. I'm irritated.
Girl, you
Makes
be
no sense.
snarky.
Were you there when Summer went gone? Because they were gone the day they were supposed to get picked up.
No, she was already gone. Yeah, she was gone.
See, this is a problem. I have a problem with this.
Okay, down in Rogersville. So they asked us if they could come and stay there over at Churchill.
Oh, wow. At that time, Summer was already gone.
Yes.
So were you there when Summer went gone? Because they were gone the day they were supposed to get picked up.
Come on, lady.
No, she was already gone.
And see, where I get frustrated is when I feel, these are my feelings, that someone who has the opportunity to speak with anyone where, a case is involved and they don't ask pertinent questions, or they do exactly what this lady's doing and tries to twist things. I just feel that way.
Yeah, she was gone. And
No, DCFS was supposed to come the night, correct, and then she was gone on that 15th, the day before. So
no, wait a minute, there's something messed up about that.
you think?
Yeah, no
the kids,
doubt.
Were taken after Summer.
Correct. Oh, yes, the boys were taken after.
But I noticed, and I told DCS, I've been, playing with the boys, entertaining.
She totally won't answer the question. She's avoiding it.
She's
going
answering the
a
question.
safe place.
They're interviewing the parents. And the three boys were.
She was there. She was keeping the boys busy while CPS was questioning the parents. That is what she just said. Dawn asked her to come on a Wednesday because he was busy on Thursday.
They're interviewing the parents.
Interviewing the parents. Did you guys hear that? So Clyda was there when CPS came.
Entertaining.
She totally won't answer the question. She's avoiding it. Now she's going to a safe place.
They're interviewing the parents. And the three boys were very nice. They acted like boys and they knocked around a little bit, but they weren't mean to each other. They didn't yell curse words, and they were just nice kids. It's so sad.
How was Summer?
How was Summer?
When you knew and saw her before, do you have anything to share about the way Summer is or was?
Well, it might have been. How old was she when she was taken?
5.
Yeah, I think I saw her last when she was 3 or 4, and she was really a happy child.
Hmm.
Okay. Did you hear what Miss Trent, who spent time with the children, just said? The boys were well behaved. They didn't cuss. They weren't mean to each other. She goes on to say that Summer was a happy little girl that loved her mother and father. So this narrative that, these children were out of control, hurting each other, mean children, the parents were just totally neglectful and abusive. This eyewitness, this person who spent time with them, just stated completely the opposite. How do you...
Now, I do have to say, there's a lot of children that act different when they are around company or things like that, right?
Get happy, well-behaved, polite children when you're abusive and neglectful. You don't. And Henry agrees. He said, quit spreading lies and rumors.
Anything about her you'd like to share? Because most of my listeners and most people that follow this case really don't know her and have never seen her. Only thing we know about her is through social media. And it's always nice to hear someone's words.
Yeah, and she loved to dance, and she loved her daddy. And, of course, she loved her mother, but, she's, that daddy-daughter thing where they wrap their daddy around their little finger, that expression.
Yeah. What do you personally feel happened to Summer?
I am stumped, just like everybody else. I've heard rumors of ugly stuff, and, I don't know. Just don't know.
I know. No one knows except for the person who knows. Oh, no one knows except for the person who knows.
Yes.
And I believe that's Candace.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of human trafficking in Morristown, someone.
Yeah.
My friend just told me on the phone, because I'd already come back from Utah, that her granddaughter almost got taken. She got off the bus at home, and two people, or I don't know, a car came up and was about to grab her, but she ran away, and her mother ran toward her, and then they took off in the car. That's how
fast it happens. It happens in a second.
Yes.
It happens in a second.
Told another one got stolen in Morristown out of her backyard. But she screamed and yelled and kicked and everything. And about two miles down the road, they let her out.
Wow.
So you guys are hearing this, right? It is unfortunately very true that trafficking happens anywhere and everywhere. It really does. I remember, let me see. A story that Kim and Allie had talked about. I don't know if I can find it really quick. Let me see if I can find it, and then I am not going to waste any more of your times. Get my butt off here. It's a story someone talked about. I might not be able to find it as quick as I want. A story of a mother who went into the store. She had two daughters, very young, 10 and 4, I think. The 10-year-old comes out. Mom says, "Where's your sister?" Mom goes in the bathroom. There is a individual in there that was in the process of shaving this child's head for the purpose of making sure the child was unidentifiable in that sense, right? You did? Wow, that's interesting. That is interesting. For sure. All right, please go check out the channels that we dropped the link for sure. May, like I said, thank you so much. I hope that it all happens for whatever. Over to so thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate you. I'm gonna get my butt off of here. Be you, do you. You gotta get a little feisty, go right ahead and do it. What else can I say? I don't think anything right now, for sure. You never know what we're going to talk about over here. We talk about a little bit of everything. So, and let me say this. I do not care where anybody hangs out. But when you're instigating a problem for me, or you're talking shit about me, there's no need to come over here. For real. For real. Don't come over here and be all nice to my face and try to stick me in the back at the same time. For sure. Other than that, I don't care where you go or what you do at all. Have a good night. Thank y'all very much for hanging. Thank you for being supportive of my channel. I appreciate it. Please feel free to sub up if you want. Give me a little thumbs up if you want. If you don't want to, I am perfectly okay with that. And you don't have to let me know that you don't want to. Okay? For real. I do appreciate y'all. I do. And let me say this. I am on a letting people know how I feel about them tour. Okay? So if you happen to get an old text from Remain Calm, you'll know why. You might get, I love you. You're an asshole, but I love you. You never know what you're going to get, for sure. All right. Peace out, you guys. Have a good one. I will catch you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We are definitely doing a paranormal show. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. So come and hang out. Have a little bit of fun with me. And we're going to talk about a little bit of paranormal stuff. I can't wait. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.